It's definitely one of a kind. Be the V8 engine, turbo, 4.4 liter, as well as the plug-in hybrid. It sits on the X7 chassis. I like to think of it as like the more performance, more luxury-based X7.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So I am here at BMW Ridgefield, and they have given me an opportunity to look at this beautiful BMW XM that has a V8 engine, and it's got tons and tons of power. This is a really cool car. A lot of configurations and setup with like M1 and M2, and you know, you could set up the steering, the brake for sport, the chassis for sport, steering for sport, actually chassis sport plus, four-wheel drive sport. I don't need to do that four-wheel drive, but I'm just gonna put everything at the sport configuration. But this is a really cool thing, and I'm really going to enjoy this little test drive. So let's go and enjoy this test drive. All right, so now I am exiting BMW of Ridgefield, and I'm taking my first right-hand turn. That sound is quite infectious. So if you've noticed, I have decided to go to the Connecticut region because it just made sense, because I would get a chance to experience this car on an open road. And if you watched my previous video when I went on the town tour, I barely had an opportunity to open up the car because I was stuck on West Side Highway traffic. So this is an opportunity to experience something a little bit different. But I'm gonna put this in regular drive mode so it shifts automatically for me for the purpose of this video. But the car does sound great. It's got a twin turbo V8. This is on the X7 chassis, so it's really set up for proper driving. Yeah, it's really, really good. Does it feel like a spaceship? Absolutely. This car is totally a spaceship. Everything is really good brakes, really good downshifting. It sounds incredible for a twin turbo V8 with a hybrid engine, and this thing really does take off. So what are my immediate impressions of this car? The luxurious feel of this car is astounding. The fit and finish, the way that the doors close shut, everything is typical BMW. It's what you would expect from a German luxury automaker. The Alcantara headliner is beautifully fit onto this car, but this is not your traditional Alcantara headliner. If you look around you, it's got like this polygon type of configuration, hexagonal shapes, and it's got LED lighting to help illuminate and give a different type of feel to the driving and passenger experience. It just gives the, instead of like, you know, like Rolls-Royce giving you the Starlight headliner treatment, this is like the nightclub treatment because of that LED treatment. It feels cool. Like it's one of those guilty pleasures that I want to hate and I want to like not like, but it's actually a pretty cool thing. And I think it's giving all kinds of levels of refinement for what this car is. So I'm a fan. So let's test that acceleration. Yeah, pretty good. Phenomenal acceleration. Incredible. Let's test out braking. Wow. Brakes like a modern Porsche. Amazing. It's funny, I'm trying to adhere to this route, but I think I got myself lost. Oops. If we're talking about real SUVs, look at this beautiful Land Rover. So you want to know how it handles? We have a few curvy roads ahead of us. This thing handles a little bit like a sports car. It handles like a Porsche, like it hugs the curves. There's minimal body roll, which is incredible for what this car is. SUVs today don't have any rollover warning stickers like they did on the Isuzu Trooper when that car was out in the market back in the 90s, when it was like top heavy and you had to be careful on sharp turns because there was a real risk involved. When you look at cars today, or SUVs today, the SUVs do not have any form of chunky tires, and unless you're talking about a Ford Bronco or a modern G-Wagon, that still is boxy. But these cars that are shaped like eggs, they're very low to the ground, and I think the Cayenne was the first one to really do this approach of making a sporty SUV. And one could argue that the BMW X5, the first generation, what they called the sport activity vehicle, they called it an SAV, which in the end, it really was an SUV. Like, they got rid of that moniker really quick. But yeah, they started this trend of making sporty, drivable, unibody construction SUVs that just really hug the road really well. So yeah, that's pretty much my commentary on this car. That's another cool one right there, and it's for sale. That's all I want to say in regards to this BMW XM. It drives like an animal. It's really, really good. Actually, let me make this left turn. And I'm driving through Danbury, Connecticut. Got myself lost. It's okay. But I will drive myself back to a road that I'm familiar with. Yeah, this car does feel really good. It makes all the right noises. I mean, there's nothing like a twin turbo V8, and it just sounds really, really amazing. And that's the thing that, as we're going greener, having a hybrid assist on this just makes this a little bit more, I guess, EPA compliant, because having all these different modes, and it's an M car, but we are adapting to a new time that we have to add the hybrid power assist, despite adding tons of weight, because batteries are very heavy mechanical devices. We're moving in an era where we know that batteries will always be part of the new car technology. So that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this little commentary on this drive. This is a modern BMW, and the fit, finish, and quality is amazing. It feels like a spaceship, and it handles, brakes, and accelerates really well. So I hope you enjoyed this little review. And yeah, everything is really cool. It just looks right. Like, look at that seat. That just looks right. Like, everything is just well designed. And you have tons of space. Yeah, BMW definitely knocked it out of the park with this one. I like this. Like, the interior, BMW definitely did it right. The back of the vehicle looks good. The only questionable decision that they made is that front grille, but I could live with that. I mean, if you look at old BMWs from the 1930s, when they started building cars, they had that really long longitudinal grille. Maybe they were harkening back to that time. We don't know. But if it's honoring a past design language, you have to applaud it. Right now, people don't like it, but maybe in 20 years, people are going to be like, yo, remember that 1 year, those 2 years where they made this weird grill? Well, maybe this is it. We don't know. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this commentary, and I'll talk to you soon on my little quest to make new car reviews. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys.
Second. I4